Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good afternoon. First, welcome to our 13th Parent University for this school year. Tonight, we're going to keep it very informal. We just actually want to give families an overview of using Progress Book. So real quickly, Progress Book is it's our grade book that we use for students in grades K to 5. So if you are on the call and you're not, or you don't have a student in K to 5, you're more than welcome to stay. But this application is for families that are in, this application is for families with students in grades K to 5. If you have a student that's in grades 6 to 12, we use a system called Home Access, and that's the application that we covered last week for Parent University. So before we get going, just a quick introduction. My name is Tom Gavin. I'm the supervisor of EdTech and libraries in Colonial. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my email address. I'm going to put it in the chat box along with a link to a form. And let me move this over so everyone can see. And let me ask you, can everyone see my screen? Let's see if I can get a yes or a thumbs up, or you should see a slide on the left side and then a slide on the right side. I just want to make sure everyone can see that. Okay, cool. All right. So for tonight, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to cover Progress Book, and what I put in the chat box. And let me put that back in because we had somebody just come in. So I'm going to paste that back in. And so what I want to ask that you do is, so what the district did, and this was a little bit ago, this was actually in November, but the district sent out a mailer to families, and you should have received a mailer, and in that mailer, it would have given you your Progress Book username and your activation code. But if you did not receive that mailer, or maybe you misplaced it, that's fine. What I've done in the chat box is I put a link. It says bit.ly Colonial Parent Forum. And if you click on that link, if you give me your email and you give me your student's name, what I'll do after our call this evening is I will forward you your activation code so you can start using your Progress Book parent account. All right. So let's move on to our next slide. So really the first thing that we wanted to cover, again, Progress Book is for families and with students in grades K to 5, but we wanted to show you just real quickly how you'll access Progress Book. So there's actually two different ways. The first way that you can access Progress Book is you can actually go to the Progress Book website. So it's progressbookde.com, or if you go to Colonial's website, so I have that here, and you select the curriculum and instruction drop-down menu, you're going to notice there's a page called Mastery-Based Learning. If you click that, this is going to bring you to the Progress Book page, which has a lot of different information, including videos and handouts for families. But let me wait for that to load. You kind of see some of the videos and information. But you're going to notice there's a link here. If you click on it, it's going to open up Progress Book's website. Okay. So again, you can go to the Colonial School District's website, or you can just go right to progressbookde.com. All right. So now, real quickly, we're going to show you how you're going to set up your account, and it's really quick. This is only going to take a couple of minutes. Tandy, I do see that you've put in your email address in the chat box. I can look up theater off this. That's fine. I'll email you the activation code for that. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Progress Book's website. So that's what I have over here on the right side of the screen. And what you're going to notice is there's a parent login button. So let me zoom in a little bit for you. And you're just going to click parent login. And then what you're going to need to do is, if you notice on the far upper left side, of the link here, it says activate your account. So all you're going to do is click on that. All right. And then it's going to bring you to this window that's going to help you set up your account. So super easy. Click Colonial for the drop down for district. You're going to put in your username, which I'll email you that if you did not get the mailer. Again, just make sure you fill out the form that I sent out. And then I'm also going to email you your activation code. So you're going to put your activation code in, and it's pretty much 8 characters, but I'll email that to you. Then you're going to put your student's first name, your student's last name, and then your student's birth date. And then literally after you do that, you're just going to hit activate my account. Really easy. All right, so since I already have my account activated, as you see right here, I'm going to click this login button. So here's my login information for my student. And I'm just going to select login. And I think one of the nice things about Progress Book, and let me make this a little bit bigger, is there's not a lot going on, which is nice. So from a parent perspective, there's not a lot of things that you have to learn when you're using it. It's tab based, just like we talked about last week with home access. So you have a dashboard. Think of it as your home page. Then you're going to have a password tab. So if I click that, this is where you can, if you want to change your password, you can come here and do that. And then also the email field. This is where, for example, it happens to all of us. If you forget your username, of course, you can always email me, or I'll show you where you can actually select, I forgot my password. So, all right, so I'm going to click dashboard. And again, this is going to show you your student's Progress Book account. So for parents that have multiple kids, so for example, if you have multiple kids that are in grades K to 5, you would see different tiles for each of your students. So it is a nice feature of Progress Book. You don't need to have multiple accounts for each of your kids. If for whatever reason you have multiple kids and you don't see them on the screen, shoot me an email and I'll make sure that they are connected. And then really the last thing for parents, and I'm not going to show you this for privacy because this is my student's gradebook. But literally when you select this link here, it's going to open up Progress Book, which will show you all of your students' grades in math, in reading, in science and social studies, as well as any specials that they're in. So I'm going to move this over. All right, and let me cover a couple other items. So the next item we'll cover is if when you go into your student account and you're looking at your student's gradebook, if you have any questions, what we're going to ask that you do is contact your student's teacher. They'll be able to answer any questions about grades. So if things are missing or you have any questions, we definitely ask that you reach out to your student's teacher first. The next thing I think a lot of parents will maybe ask about, and that's what we were just talking about, is where do I go if I lose my Progress Book password? So you can always email me, thomas.gavin@Colonial, and I can certainly give you a hand. You can also, I'm going to click log out over here on the right-hand side. So I'm going to click parent login. You're going to notice here, there's a forgot your password. So if you click that, you'd put in your username and then it will send you a password reset. And then the last item is, how often as a parent should I check Progress Book? So that's going to depend on you as a parent. I would suggest at least weekly, if not weekly, at least once every 2 weeks. We definitely recommend that you check in Progress Book just to keep an eye on your students' grades. And then with that, that's all I have for this evening. What I'm going to do now is if you have any questions about Progress Book, or if you have any questions about anything else, I am going to open up the floor, and I think, let me just double check, all of you have the ability to jump in. Yep. All of you have the ability, if you want to unmute yourself or you want to turn your camera on, you don't have to turn your camera on, but if you want to unmute yourself and you want to ask a question, you can go ahead and do that now. And for those that, okay, I've got 2 families that have requested parent access code, which I will send that to you right after this call. So awesome. Tandy, I have your information as well. So I will also be emailing you your student's progress book access code. So let me type that in, Tandy Lee Capel at gmail.com. And then your student is Theodore.
Yes. I have a question.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome.
So when you send me, would that have on there to show me how I can get onto the progress book?
Will that show you how to log in? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
I can create a real easy 2-minute video showing you exactly how to do that, but I can also show you real quickly here. I'll send you a video, but
okay.
For those,
okay.
Would that be helpful? Just to have a quick like a minute video showing you how to do that. Okay, I'll do that. That's great feedback. Let me write that down.
Okay.
So I will include a video on how to access Progress Book. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
No problem.
No problem.
Thanks for coming tonight.
Thank you. I'll try to come when I can.
Awesome. No, we're glad to have you. And that's kind of why we're offering this to families to support you, especially during remote learning. I know it's been, at least it's been very challenging, at least at our house, having this.
Yes. Well, actually for Theodore, I have seen that it's very better for him because I don't know, Theodore, he's very active in school and he was always in trouble. So it's better for him really to be at home, and he's doing so much better. And I'm proud of him with that though. And the program that you guys have, because I see other schools and your guys' program is so like easy to work with.
Great feedback. Thank you for sharing that. We are thinking about looking at, because I think we know that parents, there will be some, small group of parents that maybe will want the option of maybe having the ability to do remote learning in the fall. So definitely look for more information about that from the district if that's something that you want to continue.
Yes.
It would be optional, of course, but I'm pretty sure the district's going to offer that as an option for families.
Okay.
But no, thank you again for coming out tonight.
Thank you for having me. Have a great night.
You too. Take care.
Thank you. You too.